If I suddenly came upon one face to face going through a trail, I would begin to talk in a normal voice with the creature.
The Indians say, "Cheetah Tomo, how you doing?" Maybe I'd do that, I don't know.
It's their home. And if you ever encounter something of that nature, you need to give it its distance and leave it alone.
There's a lot of alligators in there. When you fall in that water, they'll eat you. That's when they feed us at nighttime. That's all we did. We stayed in the woods all the time. When we weren't in school, we were in the woods. Summertime, anytime. This is where you'll find a lot of your cottonmouths, a lot of your poisonous snakes in here. But at nighttime, it's walking through these cypress dome light. It's pretty spooky through here. Well, these trees, if the sun hits it just right, it can cast a shadow, and you might think you've seen something.
And then what I saw was like this. It looked at me like that. First, most common bear. I'm thinking it's a bear in here feeding. And I got to looking, and it wasn't a bear at all. Camps like this are a typical place where I'd look for sign. Something actually caught this mechanism and knocked it and broke it loose. For the last 41 years, I've been gathering information, listening to stories, out searching. And I'll cover 50, 60 miles of these swamp bottoms going from alligator hole to alligator hole. And on many occasions, I found skunk ape tracks leading into the entrance of the hole. Comes over here, deeper, 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 deeper. And there's the cave right there. The skunk ape.
Let it be said by me, most of the stories that you hear are just a crock. Do not believe it.
I guess I've always had swamp water in my blood. I always liked the idea of being away from everybody. I do a more exotic and sultry type of photography, semi-nudes, nudes. She actually won Sarah Palin lookalike contest. This one and this one was taken on my wife's 62nd birthday when she was 62. And I have to tell you, all the years I've been out here, it's the only time I ever felt just a little bit spooked. It was way south of Loop Road. You have to get to it with a swamp buggy. I was walking along and I came up on this thing and it was a footprint, a human footprint. It was so big that with my boots on, I could put my foot inside it. But the one thing I do remember is that horrible smell. It was worse than a skunk, and it just seemed to be lingering in the air.
The Miccosukee and Seminole people, the indigenous people here, we pay attention to the animals, the trees. We notice everything about the land. It was pretty much in the middle of the day. I saw something on the right side of the road come out of the bushes and then go across, and I was looking. At first I thought, well, what's that person doing out? I had to stand there and look and ask myself, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? It just looked like a very, very huge, hairy person.
Just a gentle breeze coming from the east. I got a whiff of something that didn't belong 50 miles into the Everglades. I'm what you might call an adventurer. I specialize in finding lost or dead people in the hinterlands. Walking along this trail, I saw that the creature walked across on the balls of his feet. Just looking at the size of one of these prints is enough to convince you that it wasn't some dude out there in the woods running barefoot. No one in the right mind would be walking through that area with all the venomous snakes and ways of getting yourself crippled.
If I think about it even for a split second, there's images that I have burned into my memory. That kind of thing doesn't happen when you've had a bogus experience. I parked the car, picked up my bag of groceries off the seat, stood up, and then I saw this thing in the shadows. My knees locked and couldn't move, and the animal was obviously observing me. And realized I was looking at a Bigfoot. Of course, at that time I didn't differentiate the Bigfoot creature from a swamp ape, but now I know the difference.
He's rather scrawny down here. He'll grow to no more than 7 feet.
The animal has to walk on wet ground frequently, and if you feel across these toes, you can tell that they're webbed.
More than half of their life is spent in the trees, so they're natural climbers. So you get anything, even man-made, they would want to climb.
Their hair is very, very fine. These ragged little edges here will tear out sometimes half a dozen or more. We have had them tested, and the report inevitably comes back unknown species.
My theory of it, I don't know. I haven't never seen one. So, and I haven't never seen a track of one. I've never seen where one's been, you know. They'd have to show it to me to really to make me believe it. This 700,000 acres here, you never see a black bear out here hardly. There's thousands of them. So how you gonna see the Bigfoot tracks if he's trying to stay away from you just as much as the black bear?
Some things out here in my lifetime are unexplainable unless you've ever seen them. For us, it's just a part of life.
There's always some clown in the audience that has a closed mind. I don't give a rat's behind what they think. I know.
It's just a matter of fact to me.
I just don't think that we know everything like we think we do.
He exists. He roams our swampy, wooded areas and will for a long time.